Hello again, I'm Colton with the Springfield Christians. Today we're going to be talking about how Christ exemplified an attitude of humility over an attitude of self-seeking. Christ showed us this humility by taking on the form of a servant. He was in the form of God, thus He was God, and He took the form of a servant in the likeness of man. So therefore, as the Scripture says, He was Emmanuel, that means God with us. Now, His taking on of this form says that He emptied Himself, not of any divinity or divine status, but He didn't see those things as a means for His own personal gain. But instead, He emptied Himself in the same way that a husband might say to his wife, "I give myself to you." Now, His humility resulted in His obedience to the Father. And His obedience resulted in being taken to the cross so that He could die for us. And so, as He died on the cross, which was the most cruel way that anyone could die at this time, in going to the cross and dying, this obedience resulted in His exaltation. So it is, as James puts it in his book, "Humble yourselves in the sight of the Lord, and He will lift you up." In doing this, God exalted Jesus to possess the highest name of all. Now, Paul, whenever he says in verses 9 through 11 that every knee would bow and every tongue will confess, he is quoting here from Isaiah 45. In that passage of Isaiah, it is made plain that the highest name above every other name is the name of God Himself, that is, Yahweh or Jehovah. But Jesus did not see His possession of this divine name once again as a means for gain, but He saw it as a means of helping others, of being humble towards God, that God might be glorified and He would become a servant. This is the same attitude that we must have in ourselves, that we do not think of ourselves, but we think of others. That we do not only think of others, but we think about others because we are humble and obedient before God. He is the master and we are the servant. We are Springfield Christians. We thank you for joining us and we hope to see you once again tomorrow.